Welcome. My name is Leandre Boone. I'm a retirement specialist and the founder of Buckeye Financial LLC. And I want to start today by telling you something that nobody in this industry is going to tell you. There is a game being played with your money, and most people don't even know they're in it. Today, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to pitch a product. I'm here to give you something far more valuable than that. I'm here to give you information. The same information the wealthiest people in this country have had access to for decades. And by the time this presentation is over, you're going to understand exactly why you've been paying more than you should and what you can do about it legally, strategically, starting now. Let's get into it. I want you to think about 2008. Think about 2020. Think about every time the market dropped and the news started screaming and people started calling their financial advisors in panic. Now ask yourself, do you ever see a billionaire on the news panicking? Did you ever see Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett calling their broker crying? No. And it's not because they're emotionless. It's not because they don't care about money. It's because they are structurally protected. See, most people do three things when the market moves. They react emotionally, they pay full tax rates on every single gain, and they lose wealth to fees, taxes, and panic at the same time, all at once. The wealthy do something completely different. They use legal structures built specifically for protection. They move money strategically, not reactively. And they treat the tax code not as a threat, but as a toolkit. That's the difference. Not luck, structure. So how do they do it? How do they stay calm when everything around them is on fire? They have someone who knows the code. Not a generic accountant who shows up once a year in April. Not somebody who just files your W-2 and sends you a bill. I'm talking about a fixer. Someone who reads the IRS tax code the way a chess grandmaster reads a board. They see moves 5 steps ahead. They know every provision, every carve-out, every legal exit that was written right into the law. And here's what separates them from everyone else. They play offense. Wealthy families don't wait for tax season to think about taxes. Their strategies run year-round. It's built in advance. It's intentional. And they build moots, structures around their wealth that protect it from volatility, from taxation, from economic shocks, and the structures that most people never even learn exist until today. I need you to hear this clearly because this might be the most important thing I say today. The tax code is not your enemy. I know that might sound crazy because every April you're writing a check and it feels like the government is reaching into your pocket. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The tax code was written with exits, hundreds of them, provisions that were specifically designed, intentionally written into the law to reward certain behaviors. Investing, building businesses, creating jobs, given strategically. These are not loopholes. They are not illegal. They are intentional doors that Congress built into the code on purpose. The tax code is over 70,000 pages long, not because the government wants to confuse you, but because it contains thousands of legal pathways to reduce what you owe. You just weren't shown where they are. The average American pays full retail price on their taxes. The wealthy pay closer to the wholesale rate, legally, consistently, and by design. That ends today for everyone in this room. So let me show you what I mean when I say the tax code is a menu. The wealthy don't experience it as a rule book forced on them. They sit down and they order from it. They select what they want. They combine strategies. They time it to their advantage. And the difference between them and you isn't income. It's knowledge of what's available. Let me show you a few items on the menu. Depreciation. Real estate and business assets can be depreciated to offset active income. That means legally reducing your taxable base year after year. Business owners use this constantly. Or opportunity zones. You can invest capital gains into designated zones and defer or even completely eliminate federal taxes on those gains entirely legally. What about qualified plans? Solo 401ks, defined benefit plans, cash balance plans. Business owners can shelter 6 figures annually from taxation using these tools. Strategic giving. Donor advised funds and charitable trusts let you give on your own terms, capturing full deductions while still maintaining control of your assets. This is the menu, and it has been sitting right there, available to anyone who qualifies. The only thing missing was someone to hand you the menu and help you order. Now let me break down the 3 core things that wealthy families know that most people were never taught. Number 1, when to move money. Timing is everything. Moving money at the wrong time costs you. Moving it at the right time saves you. Wealthy families time their capital events. Let me say that again. Wealthy families time their capital events. Also their sales, their distributions, their conversions, to land in a low tax years or take advantage of favorable rate windows. That's not luck, that's planning. Number 2, where to park it. It's not just about making money, it's about where you put it. Tax advantage accounts, trust, LLCs, insurance structures. These create environments where money grows or transfers with minimal tax drag. The wealthy are obsessed with where their money lives, not just how much of it is there. Number 3, how to eliminate taxes legally. I didn't say reduce, I said eliminate. Through the right combination of entity structure, deductions, and timing, the effective tax rate for high earners can be reduced to single digits, sometimes 0, completely legal. When you know all 3 of these things, when to move it, where to park it, and how to eliminate the tax, everything changes. This slide right here is the one I need you to sit with for a moment. This isn't about intelligence. Please hear me on that. The people who are overpaying on taxes are not dumb. They are not careless. They simply were never given access to this information. The wealthy hire specialists who spend their entire careers inside the tax code. Most Americans rely on a once-a-year appointment with the generalist. That gap in knowledge, in strategy, in timing compounds into hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Look at these numbers. 95% of Americans do not use tax advantage strategies that are available to them. 95%. That means nearly everyone watching this right now is leaving money on the table. Well, what about 37% is the top marginal rate many high earners are paying, when with proper planning, they could legally engineer a far lower effective rate. And 0%, 0%, with the right income structuring, certain long-term capital gains can be taxed at 0%, completely legal. Every year, without a strategy, is a year of paying full retail on your taxes. The gap is real. It is measurable. And it is fixable. Now, I want to make something crystal clear before we close. None of what I just shared with you is a secret. None of it is illegal. None of it is reserved for the ultra wealthy only. The tax code is a public document. Every strategy I just walked you through is available to any American who earns income, builds a business, or holds investments. What has always been true, these provisions are written in federal law. They apply to any qualifying taxpayer. They require knowledge, not insider connections. And they have been used by the wealthy for decades. What changes now? You know the table exists. You know what's on the menu. The only thing left is having someone who can help you order correctly. Someone who knows the code, reads the opportunities, and builds your strategy with precision. That is exactly what a fixer does. Education without action is just entertainment. You now understand the tax code contains legal strategies most people never use, not because they don't qualify, but because no one ever showed them the door. You've seen the door today. The next move is yours. I'm offering a complimentary strategy session. No cost, no pressure, no products. This is a conversation where I sit down with you, review your current situation, and show you specifically where your opportunities are. We'll look at your income sources, your entity structure, your investment holdings, your current deductions, and we'll map out a personalized strategy built around your goals. You walked in here today not knowing the table existed. You're leaving knowing exactly what's on the menu. The only question now is, are you ready to order? I want to leave you with this. The wealthy had a fixer for generations. Someone in their corner who knows the code, who protects their wealth, who makes sure they never pay more than they legally have to. You deserve the same access. Your family deserves that protection. And it starts with one conversation. Book your complimentary session right now with the QR code on the screen and in front of you. The conversation is free. The insight is priceless. My name is Leandre Boone, Buckeye Financial LLC, and I look forward to seeing you.